This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Victor Valley College makes it 2 straight in the win column, beating West LA 64-30 in the Rams' first home field victory at Rams Stadium on the VVC campus. Quarterback Seth Burbine scorches the visiting Wildcats defense with 5 scoring passes, the first to Brandon Solita, the former Oak Hills Bulldog. Seth Burbine's second touchdown pass from 7 yards out to a wide-open Don Henry. But it took the Rams' defense to regain the momentum after West LA scored 22 unanswered points. Jordan Duran, 20, causes the fumble. Aiden Torres, 44, recovers. This takeaway precedes VVC's third touchdown. It comes on this sequence of plays from the 6. Larion Minor follows blockers up the middle to the 2 as Coach David Slover quickens the pace of his offense. On the next play, Larion Minor, the sophomore out of Granite Hills, cuts away from the blitzing linebackers and scores standing up.
Describe the play.
Oh, shoot, it was the inside zone to the right. They all blitzed inside and bounced it out for 6, man. Go Rams.
The defense sets up the next touchdown. Aiden Torres, 44, strips the ball. It goes airborne. Lawrence Kamen, 99, the 225-pound freshman defensive end, falls on it amid 4 Rams teammates trying to pounce on the loose ball. Seth Burbine engineers a 54-yard scoring drive in 3 plays. He hits Cale Meisman, who hauls in the pass and refuses to be hauled down. That what we have here is a failure to cooperate with would-be tacklers mindset is taken even farther. Timothy Jamerson cuts off the Christian Macias block, pulverizes the West LA free safety, drags the linebacker in pursuit with him as he plunges toward the end zone. The result?
6 like a touchdown.
The 6'2", 230-pound freshman from Idaho, the pride of Idaho's Owyhee High School Storm, describes how he lowered the boom.
So, I look at my quarterback, running a swing, catch it, I get up the field, one guy goes behind me. And I run up, boom, boomstick somebody, reach out for the touchdown.
Way to go.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you.
This touchdown puts the Rams back on top 26-22 with just over 2 minutes to go before halftime. And the regrouped Rams are not done with their first half scoring yet. The defense forces a 3-and-out. Quarterback Seth Burbine and company begin this scoring drive from their own 25. What ensues is a textbook example of running your 2-minute offense. This completion to Don Henry brings VVC across midfield. 7 plays into the drive from the 33, Seth Burbine threads the needle, hitting Cale Meisman in stride.
3 man deep. They were playing cover 3. I just went down the seam. QB hit me right in the pocket. The rest is history.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Keep it going.
Yes, sir.
This touchdown gives the Rams the lead 33-22 with 25 seconds to spare before halftime. The Rams add 4 more touchdowns the second half. Maximus Jenkins scores one of the 2 rushing touchdowns. The 5'7", 130-pound freshman scatback and former Victor Valley Jackrabbit led Rams ball carriers this day with 85 yards on 5 carries. Sophomore Jayon Gillett, the other rushing touchdown. Don Henry will score a second touchdown the second half. I want to go back to the first and the Hesperia freshman's description of the play.
Well, I see the corner play outside shade, so I was out, and as soon as I see him overplay, I went up, and I caught the touchdown wide open.
Here's a play for the highlights reel. Jet Anderson's excellent punt is down to the 1. 14 is Holden Eames. He will intercept a West LA pass in the second half and run it back 87 yards for the pick 6. Sophomore linebacker Aiden Torres, 44, led Rams tacklers with 7, all in the solo tackle category. Aiden Torres, 5'11", 170-pound freshman linebacker and former Hesperia Scorpion. Andrew Olmos, 27, and Devin Smith, 17, 5 solo tackles apiece. Seth Burbine winds up with 416 passing yards on 31 of 44. Rams' total offense, 555 yards, in by far their highest scoring game of the season. The Rams are at College of the Desert next, then back home November 9th against Compton. Victor Valley College is at College of the Desert Saturday. Coach David Slover's Rams are going for their 3rd straight win. We flash back to the Rams' highlights against College of the Desert last year. Victor Valley College wide receiver Omari McCullough has a 2nd straight standout game in the team's final home game of the year. Omari McCullough catches 2 touchdown passes among his team-high 4 receptions on the day. The Rams' offense is hitting on all cylinders at the outset. The plan of attack includes quarterback keepers after faking a handoff to the running back. Landon Webster directing the offense, picking up 8 yards on this play. The first-year Ram is 6'2", 220 out of Victorville's Goodwill. The drop-back passing game opens up. Landon Webster to Joseph McCubbin for 15 yards. Joseph McCubbin, first-year Ram out of Tonopah, Nevada. Landon Webster previews his scoring pass to Omari McCullough on this completion for a first down on VVC's first scoring drive. Omari McCullough is 6'3", 185, a second-year Ram and former Adelanto Saint. The first touchdown comes on the 3rd down play. Landon Webster sidearms the pass to Omari McCullough in the end zone. The scoring play from 18 yards out. Omari McCullough's 2nd touchdown reception came on the same pattern, the pass from Tremel Eccles in the 4th quarter. This game marked a return to action for Andrew Olmos, 27. This solo tackle drops the COD receiver for no gain. It is back-to-back standout plays for the freshman linebacker. The knockdown on the next play in his blitz. Andrew Olmos was sidelined for 6 games with an ankle injury. He's a former Silverado Hawk. Flash forward to this week's action. The Lady Rams volleyball team beat Chaffee 3-1, 19 kills for Alea Hall in the Lady Rams' 3rd straight conference victory. They improved to 4-4 in conference matches overall. Rocky Humphreys' Rams wrestling team won at Cuesta 25-21 in their last outing. The defending conference champion Rams are 2-0 in conference matches. This Victor Valley College Sports Report is presented by the Bradco Companies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, the High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, ardent supporters of the team's athletes and sports programs at Victor Valley College. Apple Valley lost to Rancho Cucamonga 27-19 in a scenario similar to the season opening setback at high-ranked Mission Viejo. Jaden Max Denigo capped the Sun Devils' first possession, scoring from 4 yards out. Caleb Most scored on an 8-yard run less than a minute later, and the Sun Devils jumped out to a 13-0 lead halfway through the first quarter before giving up 27 unanswered points. Apple Valley defenders came up with outstanding individual efforts time and time again, often throwing the visitors into 3rd and long yardage situations. Telltale breakdowns often followed, the inability to contain the Cougars on long yardage plays. That's the case on Rancho Cucamonga's 2nd possession, an 89-yard scoring play for the visitors' first touchdown. The defense had come through in a big way, setting up the second Sun Devils touchdown. Brandon Armijo wraps up the fumble at the 8. Brandon Armijo is 6'2", 210, a junior middle linebacker. 2 plays later, Raymond Polito helps clear the way, and Caleb Most cuts off Hira Leopepatelli's block for his second touchdown of the season. Caleb Most led Sun Devils ball carriers in the season opener, rushing for 112 yards on 12 carries, including a 74-yard touchdown. Dustin Reynolds literally throws the ball carrier for a loss here. The 6'2", 220-pound junior middle linebacker was Mojave River League Defensive Player of the Year for the spring 2021 season. Dustin Reynolds opened this season with 3 solo tackles and 1 sack against Mission Viejo. The highlights reel of defensive plays repeatedly shows Sun Devils linebackers executing, often with vicious efficiency. Gavin Hambrick with this tackle for a loss of the elusive Cougars quarterback. This is early in the second quarter. Gavin Hambrick, 6'2", 220, the team's defensive captain and signal caller, who has accepted a full scholarship to play next season at Boise State. Next play, Keenan Eck sacks the Cougars quarterback. A 6'3", 198-pound senior, Keenan Eck recorded 3 sacks in the season opener. Offensive highlights, watch wide receiver Logan Moon grind for 7 yards after catch for a gain of 9. Logan Moon is 6 foot 175, a senior. 6'7", 340-pound left tackle Raymond Polito, 79, blocks down and obliterates his defender, pulling right guard 52, Hira Leopepatelli, and left guard James Reed, 57, clear the way as Caleb Most picks up 7 tough yards on this first down play. The Sun Devils will not find the going any easier next when they travel to Murrieta Valley, a team ranked in the top 20 in CIF Southern Section. The Murrieta Valley Nighthawks opened their season with a 63-21 home field victory over Paloma Valley last week. Oak Hills outscores Sultana in a wild shootout, completing regular season play undefeated, withstanding a frantic Sultana fourth quarter rally, winning the Mojave River League Championship in the process. This game I liken to a Game 7 in the World Series. 2 ultra-talented southpaws, the starting pitchers, Jacob Higgs for Sultana, Diego Lopez for the Bulldogs. The Oak Hills top-of-the-order lineup, too much speed for the Sultans to contain. The Bulldogs' middle-of-the-lineup power hitter delivering right off the bat. There are many runs, hits, and errors. Errors committed by both pitchers. Caillou Estrada, the fumble recovery. Jeffrey Johnson intercepting, halting the home team's initial possession. Elijah Crook intercepts, ending this threat by the visitors to go up by 3 touchdowns at the end of the first half. And the umpiring? Definitely a factor, a seemingly endless string of major penalties on questionable calls. This one, apparently, leading with the helmet. So many such calls, it begs to be said that this veteran sportscaster has never before seen a game as deeply affected by heavy-handed officiating. Oak Hills' Robert Metzger concurs. Sultana's Terry Cleveland exclaimed in post-game comments, "The officials had too much to do with the game. It was if they wanted to be the highlights." Practically every Oak Hills sack negated because of unsportsmanlike conduct, as in taunting, we wondered, or excessive celebration. That said, it does not take away from outstanding plays and individual efforts by players on both teams, both sides of the ball, giving it their all in this deciding game of the Fall Classic. This contest determining whether the 2022 Mojave River League championship would be shared by a Sultana upset, or the reigning league champion Bulldogs would repeat. After trailing 14-0 at the half and then down by 3 touchdowns entering the fourth quarter, Jacob Higgs began seeing his pitches like this that had been passed balls earlier caught, resulting in touchdowns. 3 scoring passes to number 3, LaMason Waller. 2 followed by successful onside kicks fueled the comeback, with a 63-yard touchdown run by the sophomore quarterback, igniting the rally. Diego Lopez wins the pitcher's duel. The game's heroes include Shea Gabriel, 11. The pass reception here. Shea Gabriel will score 3 second-half rushing touchdowns. Carson Cox scores the game's first touchdown and the eventual game winner in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs pull it out, winning 49-34, the first undefeated season in school history. Back-to-back Mojave River League championships. Coach Robert Metzger has never lost a league game in his 2-year reign. He is yet to win a playoff game, though. That's the next goal for his Bulldogs. Casey Mahalchik's Serrano Diamondbacks closed out the regular season, shutting out Hesperia. Now it is wait and see whether Serrano's 7 victories will be enough for them to receive an at-large berth in the postseason. That will be announced Sunday. Apple Valley's 56-2 rout of Burroughs, commandeered by Noah Seeley. The junior quarterback throws 3 scoring passes and adds a rushing touchdown. Kyle Godfrey's Sun Devils head into the postseason awaiting Sunday's pairings of teams, unsure whether they will be in CIF Division II or Division III. They advanced to the CIF championship game last year in Division III. The Desert Sky League, Silverado seals the three-peat, running the table in DSL play. The victory over Barstow sends Kieran Jones Hawks into the postseason, riding a 5-game winning streak. Atalanto's blanking of Victor Valley awards Rafael Perry's Saints second place in league and a playoff berth, and throws the Jackrabbits, Barstow, and Granite Hills into a 3-way tie for third. Barstow's 31-28 victory over Granite Hills back on September 30th gives Clay Lillamena's Aztecs the advantage over the Cougars as the third representative from the Desert Sky League, just as the Granite win over Victor Valley a week ago moved the Cougars ahead of the Jackrabbits in sorting out the third-place team and their automatic ticket to the playoffs. Alex Gonzalez Cougars have to hope their 6-4 season record gets them into the postseason as an at-large selection. We Got 'em Tees presents this Action Highlights High Desert Sports Report. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. We Got 'em Tees, 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees. Looking back in High Desert sports history, Rabbits and Hawks both unbeaten in DSL and high-ranked in CIF, heading into 2016 showdown for the league title. Mossy Bell's 70 special throwback pass to a wide-open Seth Baker in the Sun Devils come from behind victory over Sultana. Biggest plays from 2017 Victor Valley College Rams double overtime thriller against Mount San Jacinto. Pro 500 racers Daniel Bennett and the Iceman John Aiden log-jammed in season points lead for the 2017 Wheel-to-Wheel Track Championship. The rival Victorville teams, the Victor Valley Jackrabbits and Silverado Hawks, square off tonight at Hawks Stadium. At stake, the Desert Sky League Championship. Both the Rabbits and Hawks enter ranked in their CIF division and unbeaten in league play. Victor Valley ranks 5th in Division 11. The Hawks are 3rd in Division 9. Silverado won last year 31-14 to win the DSL title. The Hawks have won their last 6 games after beginning the season 0-2, and Silverado has won 4 of the last 6 contests against Victor Valley. The visiting Jackrabbits are labeled the underdogs under first-year coach Cy Maiva. Barstow is at Granite Hills in tonight's other Desert Sky League game. Oak Hills goes against the Hesperia Scorpions tonight in Mojave River League play. The Bulldogs remain at 5 in CIF Division 3 rankings. The Serrano Diamondbacks are in Ridgecrest against Burroughs. Mossy Bell's 70 special throwback pass to a wide-open Seth Baker gives Apple Valley a score-tying touchdown early in the 4th quarter, and the Sun Devils come from behind victory over Sultana. Ethan Smith's extra point is the margin of victory in Apple Valley's 13-12 homecoming win over the Sultans. Sultana had taken the lead on the 4-yard scoring pass from senior quarterback Ryan Griffin to Jonathan Garcia on the 2nd play of the 4th quarter. Apple Valley's Nathan Crouch, 55, blocks this extra point attempt to hold Sultana's lead to 6, 12-6. Sultana scores first on Ryan Griffin's 8-yard pass to Brett Brammer 5 minutes into the ball game. The bouncing snap from center contributes to Nathan Crouch, 55, blocking the extra point attempt, 6-0 Sultans. Seth Baker's touchdown run from 24 yards out on Apple Valley's ensuing possession puts the Sun Devils on the scoreboard with 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Sultana blocks the extra point attempt, and the score remains tied at 6. Scoring summaries: 2 Ryan Griffin touchdown passes and 2 touchdowns by Seth Baker, with the game decided by the lone successful point after touchdown. And the homecoming crowd in Apple Valley High School's 50th season of existence is treated to the 13-12 triumph. The Victor Valley College Rams make one huge clutch big-time play after another, playing catch-up most of the night in a bitterly intense, rough-and-tumble battle against Mount San Jacinto, before dropping an American Mountain Conference decision to the Eagles in double overtime. Freshman quarterback Trey Cox has his most productive game of the season, 21 completions for 244 yards and a touchdown. Sean White carries for 141 yards and scores twice. But the Rams are beset by incendiary penalties that require one miraculous comeback after another to send the game into overtime. The Rams conduct a 10-play, 74-yard scoring drive on their first possession, capped by Sean White's 35-yard touchdown. The 5'9", 225-pound fullback is the Rams' leading ball carrier the second season in succession. The returning all-conference fullback has rushed for over 800 yards in the team's 8 games this year. Sean White is out of basic in Henderson, Nevada. The Eagles try a little pre-Halloween trickery, but no treat. And we go to the Rams' ball with 25 seconds showing before halftime. Trey Cox connects with Michael Bonham, and the Rams are within field goal range. Dominic Hernandez kicks it through from 35 yards out, and the teams go into the locker rooms tied at 10 at the intermission. Thus begins one of the Rams' most impressive offensive drives of the season. 4th down, ball at the 2. Trey Cox over the middle to Michael Bonham. Touchdown, Victor Valley College. The former Silverado Hawk comes through. This 16-play, penalty-marred scoring drive consumes 7 minutes off the 4th quarter clock. 17-17 with 7 minutes to play in regulation. To make what becomes a very long story shorter, the teams battle to a scoreless tie at the end of regulation. There remained further heroics by Trey Cox and company in efforts to flip their fate. The game is prolonged by the seemingly endless stream of penalties mixed in with a handful of serious injuries. Mount San Jac scores on their possession in the first overtime. The Rams retaliate on Sean White's second trip into the end zone on the night. Quarterback Trey Cox pleads with Coach Dave Hoover to go for 2 points on the conversion, especially after the Eagles are penalized half the distance, but the Rams opt to tie it back up on Dominic Hernandez's kick, and the game goes into a second overtime. The Rams' last desperate gasp is Trey Cox escaping the horse collar sack attempt on fourth down, resulting in the Eagles' interception. Mount San Jac kicks the game-winning field goal for the 27-24 victory in double overtime. The races for the wheel-to-wheel track championships get closer by the race. 2 points separate first and second place drivers in 2 classes. This spooktacular event, Pro 500 Maine, has Buck Blair, Brian Struder, Daniel Bennett, and John Aiden battling lap after lap. Buck Blair 39, Brian Struder white 10, John Aiden white 7. Daniel Bennett black 29. Defending track champion Daniel Bennett remains in the lead in season points by 2 points, entering the second to last race of the season. Daniel Bennett has 94 season points. John Eden's fourth place finish gives him 92. Buck Blair will pull from the pack to take the checkered. Brian Struder just edges out Daniel Bennett for second. Brian Struder had narrowly edged Buck Blair earlier in this hotly contested heat race on a night that saw a number of finishes in heat races and main events come down to the wire. The spooktacular was a frightfully enjoyable night for the Struder family. Not only did Brian Struder come in second in the Pro 500 Maine, son Braden, also driving the white 10, wins the intermediate class main. 10-year-old Braden was Rookie of the Year last year. Braden Struder and Dad Brian race out of Murrieta. Stevie Rogers, 3, comes in second in the intermediate main. Ricky Simpson, 29, is the season points leader in the intermediates class with 91 points, a narrow 2-point lead over Trent Johnson, who finishes third in the spooktacular main. In one of the closest races of the night, Rookie of the Year front-runner Justin Taylor, 33, takes the restrictor plate main, edging season points leader Daniel Smithson. Will Brown, 84, is on his way to winning the Dirt Carts Junior Track Championship. Will Brown's third place gives him 97 season points. Maxwell Tippett's 88 wins the Juniors Carts Main, giving him 70 season points, good for third in season standings. Bid Fast and Last is sold on showcasing headline makers seasons past. Take a look at these items going on the auction block at the Equipment, Vehicles, and Treasures auction on November 6th. Over 7,000 baseball cards. The 2006 Chevrolet Trailblazer, rugged 2005 Ford F-250 pickup, 2004 Easy Loader boat trailer. You can bid virtual live online on firearms, vehicles, electric bicycles, collectibles, fine jewelry, coins, antiques, classic cars, and more at bidfastandlast.com.
Start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your way, Internet.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid Fast and Last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. That's going to do it for this week's edition of your High Desert Sports Report. Thanks for joining us. Hope you can be with us next time around.